stored on my computer so it can keep my voice as a record of everything that I say and do
Oh
and
man, I
believe
wish I
and
took this week
exist.
off too.
Oh, come on. Come
Uh,
on, man.
Shall we do a clap? I think so.
I've got the clap.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Beautiful.
That was great. Quick, do some predator sounds. Predator.
Predator noise, predator noise, predator noise, predator noise.
I don't think that's what it sounds like.
Chicka, 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 chicka.
That's more Ferris
I
Bueller.
was gonna say,
Do ow, ow. Chicka, chicka.
do the Andy Barron noise. Come on.
Har, har, har,
Oh jeez.
There it is.
I remember that.
There it is.
There it is.
Manzo that he did that too, where Manzo's like, I will punch you in the face.
No,
Isn't it? Okay.
Manzo threatened to punch him in the face because Andy kept going up behind Manzo and punching him in the back of the head.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's what you want.
Andy was under the mistaken assumption that is how people from New York greeted each other. Because
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I thought that's how you New Yorkers said hi to each other, was hitting each other in the back of the head.
Seems about right.
Oh, hey, Greg.
Wikipedia lied to us again. Yeah,
Greg, there was no Wikipedia back then.
it's true.
There wasn't even a YouTube back then. Look at this, Greg. Look at this.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Ah?
Look at that. That's a
Look
thing
at
of beauty
that.
right there.
That is a Bruticus.
Oh man, he was
Wow.
always my. He was always my. I shouldn't say he's my favorite. He was my second favorite.
Nah, Devastator's your favorite?
Yeah, Devastator.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
nothing like the first Devastator.
Nah, yeah, Bruticus is always my favorite combiner, so they
I like-
and
I liked the vehicles more. I like
Yeah.
the vehicles that it's created from.
yes.
Yeah.
And I went all out. I bought some third-party add-ons.
Jesus.
That is not a stock hand. That hand has posable fingers and
There's
giant
Swindle, the
feet.
best character right there. Swindle.
Yes, indeed. There's Swindle. There is Brawn. There we have Vortex and Blastoff, who they changed. Blastoff is not a space shuttle anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they brought it more down to earth, I suppose. They made him. He's a jet now.
I think probably the reason I liked him so much too is because Starscream was by far my favorite character.
Oh yeah. Starscream created these
Created
guys.
thematically, so.
That is true.
Hmm.
The Japanese version, which is coming out in a few months, they have a new mold where Blastoff is indeed still a space shuttle.
Nice.
So, guess who's importing the Japanese one as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Alrighty.
I figured you would be impressed.
I am very impressed.
Yes. Boy, I'm looking at good old Andrew Skip Pfister getting ready to make some bank here, I see.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
got one of them elemental gearbolt gun cases.
Doing the
Oh
CJ
wow,
method.
he sat on it for a while, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold mine in
for him.
2008.
And then
Yeah. Cool, almost $1,400.
and John Riccardi's talking about selling his at some point.
Yeah.
My goodness. This is ethics and game journalism, folks.
It's true.
Ethics and game journalism. All these former game journalists selling their high-priced tchotchkes. Disappoints me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
yeah.
kept all yours.
Yeah. No, mainly because I never got one of those.
Me neither. I'm
I
still
never
a little
got
raw
the-
about that.
I never got an Elemental Gearbolt Assassin's case, so
I didn't even compete in the thing. Where you,
Most
course
people
not.
didn't.
yeah.
yeah.
So
But
I still got it. I
I
still
didn't
got
even
one.
compete in the
what
thing.
did you?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what score did you give Elemental Gearbolt in EGM? 9.5, I bet.
I didn't review it.
Oh, really?
I did not review that one. Yeah.
Really?
That's why Victor didn't hate him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They all suffered the
I
wrath
see.
of Victor at one point or another.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the mech game that he got mad at you about, Greg?
I was thinking about that the other day. What the hell was the name of it? See, it's nobody remembers it because who the hell
Yeah.
cares?
Working Designs mech game. That would Vanguard Bandits.
Vanguard Bandits.
I think history may have proven you right on that one, Greg.
I feel like it has. Yeah.
And what did you? Do you even
I
remember
think
what
I
you
gave
gave
it
it?
7.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible,
That's a terrible score.
Yeah.
terrible score.
The best part was I forget what the previous game was of theirs that I'd reviewed.
Yeah.
But he was complaining that the people that had reviewed the previous game weren't on this review, so they didn't understand Working Designs games. But I had reviewed it.
Right,
Anyway.
right. Also, like, you may have played one of their Sega CD games or two back in
Maybe
the
a few
day,
dozen times.
knowing you.
Just a few.
Yeah. Yeesh.
All right.
Anyway.
Should we?
Anyway,
Should we do the show?
what else are we gonna do?
Thing? Okay.
Yeah.
We're here.
Hello
We
and
might as
welcome
well.
to episode 485 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from sunny California, Mr. Phil Theobald. Hello.
Back to the top host spot, I say.
I missed 1 week.
Yeah.
1 week, and I get relegated.
That's
I only
right.
co-created the damn
Yes,
show.
Indeed. Back to number 2. May have co-created the show, but I'm the one everyone's here to see. You know?
Wow.
And joining us-
Family Matters was originally going to be about the family there, Carl Winslow's family, but Urkel may have
Urkel.
taken that over. Yeah, that's right.
What's your signature catchphrase, though?
Did I do the cheese? No.
And joining us from the frozen north, Mr. Greg Seward. Hello.
Disgruntled.
Disgruntled. Yeah.
My gruntle has been dislocated.
Ooh.
Are you as disgruntled as Street Fighter fans are this past week with Street Fighter V?
What's the deal with that? Why are people's gruntles all out of whack on Street Fighter V? I haven't been paying attention.
They didn't include a game with it.
They didn't include story mode with it.
Well, it sounds like there's no. There's
no way to play it.
I'm just listening. See, this is all just internet bitchery, so I have no first-hand experience. But it sounds like there's no story mode. It sounds like there's no like kind of arcade mode with there's kind of standard arcade style progression up to a level boss or anything like that. It sounds like it's very heavily just online multiplayer focused.
Yeah. And the servers are either broken or
Spotty.
very bad. Yeah.
God, it's a shame.
Yeah.
And again, that's just me talking out of my tuchus about, I
Well,
could
that's
be
what
all
people
kinds
come
of
to.
wrong. I could be all kinds of wrong about that.
Yet all the reviews were very good for the game.
Well,
Well, they
They sent
probably
out a lot
got
of-
gold. They probably got gold case
Yeah.
gun cons.
yeah, a lot of Elemental Gear Assassin's cases sent out with those review copies of
Yeah.
Street Fighter V.
I think there's also probably a difference between the people who are reviewing it for websites and the hardcore Street Fighter community. I mean, I think that's the case with a lot of series where
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
the reviews and the hardcore opinions are
Well,
going
it's
to differ.
it's a
Yeah.
tough spot to be in as a reviewer, right? It's like, who do you review this for?
Right.
The super hardcore fan base or the casuals? Because those super hardcore people are buying it no matter what.
Exactly.
I did see one tweet complaining about the scantily clad costumes in the game.
Really, is Ken showing some skin now, or
Apparently, like Chun-Li is scantily clad, and this guy's
Really?
daughter wanted to play it, and
Add
not appreciative
to
of the
cart. Next
showy.
day
hang on.
shipping.
looking at pictures here? Hang on,
There we
Chun-Li,
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
5 hentai nude safe search
Rule
off
Rule 34,
slime girl
error 53.
guru.
Well, I mean, yeah, if this is the picture I found is, I could see why they'd be upset.
what did you search for here?
Just Chun-Li, Street Fighter 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see here.
It's too bad because I mean, because Chun-Li has never really been sort of used as sex
No.
appeal.
No.
Which one am I looking at here?
You'll find it's like a black gown
There's a
with
little black number with the
Yeah.
with all the cleavage falling out there.
That is a little much. You're right.
Yeah.
My favorite outfit for her was always the Street Fighter Alpha.
Oh yeah.
She always looked. I just love that costume design. I just love Street Fighter Alpha in general. Those were great games.
Are you guys interested at all in Street Fighter 5?
No.
You played 4 a little, right? Did we?
I played 4 with other people,
played 4
but I didn't buy it.
I will get it at some point when they add all the single player stuff and
that's apparently
it's cheap.
That's apparently what is going to happen, right? I mean, they're updating the game with characters,
right?
And, probably modes as well. So yeah, you'll probably get the edition that has everything that is currently missing.
Right. Yeah, I'm not good enough at Street Fighter to play it online.
Oh, me neither.
At all. I tried a little bit with Street Fighter 4 and realized that this is just not fun because I suck at it. So once
I'm so not a fighting game guy anymore.
Yeah.
Me neither. Can't do it.
The fighting games left me behind on the Dreamcast. I think is where I Soul Calibur I was really into, and then by the end of the Dreamcast, I just wasn't a fighting game guy anymore.
Not even like Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube and that sort of thing.
Not at
really.
All. Virtua Fighter 5 I was really into.
Okay.
For a while.
Okay.
But like the 2D Capcom /SNK fighting games, they just left me behind. Because I used to be a huge King of Fighters fan, and then of course everything changed with King of Fighters and SNK Play More and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to be a huge Street Fighter fan, and I really like Capcom versus SNK, but otherwise
and everything changed.
Then it just wasn't down.
Only for the hardcore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda.
And it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad.
30 years
Octobox
old
10
this
times
weekend.
game. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Really?
Doesn't that make you feel old?
Yep.
Actually, it's the progression of time that makes me feel old.
Well,
not as old as Phil, but still old.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, there have been a lot of tweets over the weekend. US Gamer has a bunch of Zelda stories up. So yeah.
You guys are a bunch of hacks. Have you ever read that site?
So do they celebrate the greatest Zelda game ever made, Zelda 2?
Hopefully not.
Oh,
Zelda,
come on now.
I didn't.
You gotta at least give them
I don't
credit
like
for
Zelda
trying
2.
something
No.
different with Zelda 2. That's pretty cool. Because then, once they realized that Zelda 2 didn't work, they just fell back into Zelda 1, and they just kept redoing that.
Yeah.
Until they got to Ocarina of Time, right? And that it was really just a remake in 3D. So I'm just kidding. I'm simplifying. But I did really appreciate. I have a special place in my heart for Zelda 2 because that was kind of like I got my NES late, and Zelda 2 was the big game when I got my NES. So I adored that game.
Well, what is it? Hasn't Miyamoto said on the record that there were aspects of that game that he wished were different and wished he could change? It'd be interesting.
Probably.
And this probably will never happen, but you never know. With Super Mario Maker being a thing, you never know with Nintendo. What if they went back to Zelda 2 and did a remake of sorts?
I
and
would
fixed
love
some
to
of
see
those
something like that.
things and Super Mario All-Stars to the graphics and made them look like...
See, I just like that it took sort of aspects of over at RPGs that we're starting to see with, although I don't think in North America we had seen them at that point, but we're starting to see with Phantasy Star and Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, where they still made it feel a little more arcadey because you got to see the creatures that were going to attack you, and if you're in the swamp, you were moving slower and that sort of thing. And then the side-scrolling stuff I thought was great. I mean, there was a lot of strategy there. The fact that you controlled where his shield was, high or low, was amazing. You hadn't seen something like that before, And then when the bosses blew up and you saw the drop shadows in the background, there was just a lot of really cool stuff about that game.
No, it's a cool game.
It hasn't aged all that well, but it was a really cool game.
I actually played through it a couple years ago for a feature I was writing in Nintendo Power, and I was surprised at how much I did enjoy it. Even though it's rife with problems and
Overly
It's
difficult.
too hard. It's way too hard
It
for
is
a
too
phone
hard.
game.
It's poorly balanced, that sort of thing. But yeah, a lot of really good ideas in there. Come very close to being fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of Nintendo, Nintendo New York has opened.
the store.
The facelift
box.
of the Nintendo World Store in New York City has relaunched.
Now,
I don't know if you saw any of the video tours or any of the
Got to
photos
get down there
on
someday.
Twitter. It looks pretty awesome.
what's different about the store now?
It's called Nintendo New York.
Yeah, that's about it.
Is there
Yeah,
any?
big.
They just changed the sign
No.
and the receipts.
No, they changed the layout of the store and
Okay.
put a bunch of new statues in there.
New statues, you say?
New statues.
Wow.
Yes,
Hell
it's got a handheld museum where they go from Game and Watch all
So
the
the
way
whole
to
museum
Game
fits in your
Boy.
hand?
It's a very tiny.
It's a very
museum.
tiny museum.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be at least 3 times that size. All right.
It's a museum of Nintendo's recent success.
So it's what, like Game and Watch up to 3DS, basically?
Yeah,
Is that
exactly. Showing all the handhelds
new,
and various.
new 3DS.
Sorry.
And
so
they
there's Game
sell
Gear and Nomad and
They sell the new 3DS faceplates in there.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
so those are all over eBay now, I assume.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw Chris Kohler retweeted
I did.
somebody or a bunch of people who have gone and bought faceplates and things from Nintendo New York and have like a ridiculous markup
Oh, really?
on them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yikes.
How much do those things retail for? $10 maybe?
The faceplates couldn't be more than $20, but somebody trying to get like over $100 for
Oh, for crying out loud! Really?
new 3DS, new
Ugh.
Nintendo 3DS faceplates. Yeah,
Freaking people.
people suck. But you know what doesn't suck?
I don't know, but that's a great segue. You should.
Patent that. Nintendo account. So
Oh
you
yeah.
can register.
Oh, is this a thing now?
Yeah, so you know how Nintendo Network IDs were kind of going to go away, and Club Nintendo being replaced by the Nintendo account.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You can now register. I think it's accounts.nintendo.com. You can register with your Facebook, Twitter, Google, or Nintendo Network ID.
Yes.
I bet you I've lost my Nintendo Network ID name then.
You can. I know the names are not unique per individual.
Oh.
Right. No.
Yes. It's the names default to whatever nickname you have stored on your system.
Mm-hmm.
So like my nickname that I have, on my 3DS and Wii U account is just Phil, and that is what my account name is. But it's not unique at all. So you can buy the cover plates at store.nintendo.com.
And that too, yeah. You can buy
Nice.
them for a regular price.
And they
there.
range from $10 to $20 depending on the design, which doesn't really make sense, but okay.
It costs more in ink
Uh-huh.
to make. Yeah.
Right.
those.
Right. But go on.
The other thing that opened up this past week is Miitomo pre-registration.
Next.
Yes.
Because you'll want to pre-register for a mobile game, a free mobile game.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is. I mean, I pre-registered for it.
What
I did
even
too.
is this?
Apparently, it's a thing actually in Japan. They do this with a lot of mobile launches, where if you pre-register, and I got this off the 8-4 Play podcast, by the way. Mm-hmm.
No.
Shout out to them. So you'll get
Good, because they could use the traffic.
they'll get players.
Player One podcast. It's like listening to 8-4 Play secondhand.
No, players will get like special cards or some sort of extra thing for pre-registering.
Oh yeah, they get you get like bonus points on their new.
Yeah,
You're
and
free
club.
thing.
so for the Miitomo thing, you get platinum points
Yes.
in your Nintendo account if you pre-register. So
Which means what?
Apparently, that can be used for things like discounts off of digital purchases.
I see.
It's kind of like they're bringing back the Digital Deluxe promotion.
Purchases.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's worth it, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Miitomo comes out, I guess, in March now.
Well, it's almost March.
Well, it is almost March, and then we can all answer questions about ourselves and have them delivered to our closest friends.
No, it's that Wii U or the Wii Vote channel. What was it called?
The Wii Vote. Yeah, that's what it was called. Wii Vote.
Was it just Wii Vote?
Yeah.
The Wii
Yeah.
Vote. I used to do that all the time. I used to vote.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really into that for at least like 48 hours.
And the news and weather channels. I mean, come on.
I actually really like the news and weather channels. I used those a lot when they were. It's like this thing can do anything.
Man.
It's amazing. A video game system bringing me the news.
It's like a video game system, and CNN had a baby.
Aw.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. All right. So what I think we should do now is have a quick word from our sponsor. We have a sponsor this week.
Awesome.
Really?
Man,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
took us 10 years to sucker someone into this.
We know. It's those Adult Swim games have to pitch to us this week, CJ.
but it's not. And
What?
we're gonna have a special guest
Oh my gosh.
tell you all about it right now.
If you're anything like me, and I know I am, at this point in the program you're thinking to yourself, my God, I would rather listen to a commercial than another failed joke, aimless anecdote, or infantile impression by Phil Theobald. And guess what, listener? You're in luck, because this episode of the Player One podcast is brought to you by Out of the Park Baseball 17. The most authentic and, when you want it to be, downright nutty baseball strategy RPG ever made. Yep, Out of the Park Baseball 17, available now for pre-order and launching worldwide on March 22nd, features a ton of great new stuff for the upcoming year, including full licensing from Major League Baseball and, for the first time, the MLBPA. This means all the real teams, players, ballparks, logos, and more are in the game. By the start of the real baseball regular season, you'll have accurate 2016 opening day rosters and digitally generated MLBPA-approved faces for every current player, showing how happy or ticked off they are at how things are going with the club. Out of the Park Baseball 17 lets you manage a team however you want to across nearly 150 years of history. You can be an owner, GM, or manager of a current team or any club throughout the entire spectrum of pro baseball, from the late 1800s, when I was born, all the way to today and anywhere in between. Sure, it's pretty amazing to dive into the strategies of running a big league or minor league team, making trades, scouting for players near and far, signing free agents, building new ballparks, or moving your team. But what strategy game lets you also recreate The Simpsons' Homer at the Bat episode? Yeah, you can assemble Ken Griffey Jr., Darryl Strawberry, Roger Clemens, and the rest of Montgomery Burns' hired guns and have them rampage through an entire fictional universe of your creation. Want to have them battle the Springfield Isotopes and the Shelbyville Shelbyvillians in a 162-game season? Out of the Park Baseball 17 features a massive fictional creation suite that the dedicated and friendly Out of the Park community helps support on the forums. Even better, did you know that several Player One podcast forum users and tweeters, or hangers-on, actually work for Out of the Park developments? Yes. Hacker aliases Rich Grisham, Night Attack 09, and That Sports Gamer rose from the Player One community and made their way to the team helping bring Out of the Park 17 to the world. It's that kind of game. To pre-order Out of the Park 17 and get a Player One podcast special discount of 10% off, just go to ootpdevelopments.com and click on the pre-order banner for Out of the Park 17. At checkout, enter the code PLAYER17 to get 10% off the $39.99 price, and if you do it by March 1st, you'll get an extra $5 off that too. You'll be supporting the Player One podcast, indie game development, and a bunch of friends of the show. And best of all, you'll be getting a heck of a great game. That's ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the pre-order banner for OOTP 17. At checkout, enter the At checkout, enter the code PLAYER17 to get 10% off the $39.99 price.
There you go.
Look at that. It's always nice to have Mike back on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Mike?
I guess not.
Mike? See?
Son of a...
He just showed up for the ad.
That's all
Mike
right.
shows up
There
to
we
pay
go.
the bills. He does the important work. He's doing God's work.
When he doesn't have to show up at 8 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday.
Now
Yeah.
back to your regularly scheduled idiots.
Mm.
All right, how about we do what you've been playing?
Okay, what have we been playing?
Greg, you want to tell us all about it?
I'm still playing the same 3 games I've been playing for a while. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is still fantastic. Playing more Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which I think I'm starting to get to the end of, but I'm not sure. I'm just getting into Bowser's Castle, and man, they've gotten really heavy on the mini games in that.
Oh, yeah?
I can't decide if it's for better or for worse, but yeah, they have really gotten heavy into the mini games.
Hmm.
And LEGO Dimensions, which I came across a kind of a crappy bug.
Oh, yeah?
It seems like they're aware of it, but they don't seem to be saying anything about whether they're going to fix it. So, Phil, you'll know this. So, in LEGO Dimensions, part of the whole deal is, you're building up your portal as you go.
Yes. Yes.
And you keep getting what are called keystones in the game.
Yes.
And those are clipped to your physical portal. Every time you finish the level where you got a keystone, you get like the little Lego instruction manual. If you're playing the level packs
Mm-hmm.
while you're playing through the full story mode,
Yeah.
there's a bug where you just don't get those instruction booklets anymore.
Really?
And what's worse is that in your actual game, your portal does not update. But in the cutscenes, you'll see that it has. Because I've got all the keystones now, but when I'm playing my game, there's only 2 keystones on my portal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's weird.
But like I said, in cutscenes, you can see that it's because it's just video, so obviously.
Right.
So it's kind of a bitch, really. And
That's weird.
it was happening like, but this is really strange. So I went online and did a little bit of research, and what I found was like, yeah, this is something that a lot of people have seen and have actually contacted Traveler's Tales about, I think, or if not them, the Warner Brothers, and were kind of told to restart.
Just start your whole game over?
Game over again, yeah.
Ugh.
So
That's not great.
it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that I'm kind of getting up to the point in the game where my son and I got to on a separate save file. So I'm just going to kind of make the transition over to that when I get to that point.
Now, does it affect anything in the actual game, or is it just kind of an aesthetic thing?
I'm curious about that because, see, the thing is the point that my son and I got to, there's actually something else on the portal that changes significantly.
Yeah.
It's a major story point, but see, I only got to the point where I saw that it happens. I have no idea if it affects anything in the game.
Because when you unlock those keystones, there's the obvious aesthetic change of just unplugging and sort of rearranging the physical model, but it also unlocks a new power
Those
in
are
the
still
game.
Those are still
Okay.
in the yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't mess.
It's just something that's wrong with the whatever it's called, the Vortron or Vortex or
Right.
Voltron or something like that.
No, I don't think they have the Voltron license in that game.
That would be awesome. Could you imagine
I
a Lego
know.
Voltron?
I
I would be
know, right?
all over that.
I know. It would, it'll happen, but it'll end up being the vehicle Voltron.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
God. Ugh.
just to make your life miserable. Yeah.
Are you wearing your Doritos Tacos Locos shirt?
Of course.
Doritos Tacos Locos.
Anyway,
This
that's
episode brought to you by
Doritos
Doritos
Tacos
Tacos
Locos.
Locos.
Yeah.
No, anyway, that's I'm still just playing those games.
Okay.
And I got an RGB cable for my Saturn, so I'm really, really excited to play some Saturn.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Mm.
Now,
How
what
much
does that
cost? If you don't mind me asking.
$20.
does that plug
Oh, okay.
into your TV, or do you have a computer
FrameMaster.
monitor?
FrameMaster.
FrameMaster. Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
That'll look good.
Yeah.
Visual.
Play
Phil,
some
what do you
setting
got?
Bomberman with that.
Oh.
What do I got? I haven't been playing much
Syphilis.
this week. Well, haven't really been playing that this week. Mainly just playing a little more Gravity Rush Remastered,
Yeah.
which
I
is
gotta pick that up.
such a good game. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's very good. I need to. I've already talked a lot about that game, so there's not much more to say about it, other than it is fantastic. But I need to pick up Firewatch now. I heard they patched it.
They did.
Yeah, I gotta pick that up too.
I
heard
played
they
a little
patched
bit
the
more of
PS4
that
version.
today, actually.
How much little more can you play before you finish it? It's supposed to be like 3 hours.
I know. But I'm playing little by little.
Little by little, 5-minute chunks.
Exactly. 5-minute
Hey,
chunks. Done.
you know what I did get before diving
That's
into
good,
what
though.
you've been playing. Well, that's what I hear. I hear it's very good.
It's worth
I get
it's worth getting.
So
Absolutely.
it's like it's $20. It's worth the $20.
Yep.
20
Yeah, I'll pick-
bones.
It was on PS Plus discount. I don't know if it still is. But
Yeah,
it was like $17.99.
$2.
Yeah.
$2 savings.
$2 off, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I missed that sale, forget it.
Every $2 counts.
I'm not gonna bother if I missed out on that sale.
Yeah.
You know what? Game's not worth that much. I could see paying $18 for it, but $20 for just some walking simulator? Forget it. I got no time for that.
Okay.
I got a new. I'm kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Partially.
Look, I got a new toy. Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that little Mega Man
That's
figure
pretty
right
awesome.
there. Isn't that sweet?
Is that one of them Nendoroids or?
This is the Mega Man Nendoroid. Yes, indeed.
Nice.
I think they released some of those for the Sega Hard Girls too.
I don't know what that means.
It's 3 anime characters that are made up that are based on the Dreamcast, the Mega Drive, and the Saturn.
Yeah.
I really, really want them. But anyway,
Yes, there's a whole line of those little Nendoroid figures. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
the
they did a Link.
Link one. They did a couple Link ones. They did some like Solid Snake Metal Gear ones, and
nice.
then there's all like the anime ones and things like that. And yeah, they just
And they're
came
doing
out with-
they're doing a Pokemon 20th anniversary one too.
Well, they've already
pretty
done a
damn
couple Pokemon ones.
Pokemans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did Red and some of the other characters from the more recent games. So yeah, I picked up Mega Man. He comes with a whole box full of extra accessories. You can hear him rattling there.
That's
Different
nice.
colors? Different
Huh?
colors? Different colors?
No, he's blue. He's
Oh.
blue.
It's the Blue Bomber.
But he changed his color when he has different weapons.
But he comes with different hand poses and leg poses, and comes with a little E-tank he can hold, and different faces he can pop in and out to make him all angry or make him look like he's getting hit with a laser gun. You see right here, he's got those on the YouTube channel can see he's doing his little triple shot, his little pew pew pew.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a
You had to wait for those to leave the screen before you could shoot again.
exactly only 3 on screen at a time. And they have a charge blast you can have them shooting as well. So it
Charge Blast
is-
was the beginning of the end of Mega Man.
Oh my goodness. Although I'm not saying I disagree with you. Running through the whole game with that.
Oh my god. Yep, that was the worst thing ever.
Yeah. But you felt like you had to do it though, didn't you?
Yeah, you feel like, 'cause you know what, I'm stupid if I don't do this.
Exactly.
Because what happens if I come to an enemy that's really strong?
But every second of the game is just. Yeah. Anyway,
Give me Mega Man 2.
that's I agree. What have you been playing, CJ?
Well, Firewatch. Been doing some walking simulations.
I've heard.
It's
I've
it's
heard.
good. It's good.
Yeah?
I don't want to spoil anything, but
Yeah, don't say anything because
I'm enjoying it.
Don't
Good.
spoil it.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's only 3 hours long. It's probably very easy to spoil the whole darn thing.
Could be. I wonder how different some of the conversations are. When you do some of the other responses.
Maybe we should all play
So-
this and do like a spoiler cast. It's
Ah.
not like we can't get through this thing.
That's true.
Well, it's not like 2 of us couldn't get through it.
True.
I'm already like halfway done.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's as
Oh,
How's
far as you'll get.
Fantasia treating you?
Still in the wrap.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
That Guitar Hero box doesn't seem to have moved since.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Actually, that did move. That did
Oh.
move.
It moved from the desk to the floor.
I have not played any more of that. Sorry to say.
Obviously not. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently there were some layoffs at Freestyle Games. So.
Oh, really?
That's bad. Yeah.
Ugh. Jeez.
It's too bad.
Yeah. But hey, I did subscribe to EA Access on the Xbox One.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, in part because Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, as you know,
Right.
Oh, I got
coming
it.
coming out on Tuesday, and with EA Access, you can play. I think it's like 5 days before launch date, and you can preview the game for like 10 hours. You can play for 10 hours for free without purchasing. So I was like,
It's called piracy.
I was all about that. So yeah, downloaded EA Access, subscribed, downloaded Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, which is a really fun game. The beta had some definite issues, but it seems like they fixed a lot of those up because I'm having a lot of fun with the new characters, and the character run speeds are all the same as Garden Warfare 1 now, so that's good.
Yeah.
And I've been playing some of the single-player content. So they have like different missions that you can do within this little Plants vs. Zombies hub world they have going on. And the single-player missions are a tour of the various characters. So it like makes you use all of the new character types.
What makes you?
Well,
Don't tell me how to play.
forces
game.
forces you to do that and learn their strategies. So
I see.
it's good though. Having a lot of fun with it. I played a couple online games, and when I played this afternoon, it seemed like a bunch of people's EA Access, their 10-hour limit, it was up, so servers started getting a little bit empty. But the game comes out on Tuesday, so it'll fill right back up again. And you can import your characters from the first Garden Warfare, and it gives you a bunch of bonus coins to open new packs of stuff as well. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm only buying it on one platform this time, Xbox One. Although I didn't buy it last time on PS4, it was free during PlayStation Experience. But it's a great game. Great little game. I've also been playing Fire Emblem Fates Birthright because it came out on Friday, and I'd been playing through Fire Emblem Awakening and figured I may as well move on to the new game. Played a little of that. That is a beautiful game on the 3DS. It just looks really damn good.
Yeah?
One of the best looking 3DS games, for sure. Yeah, and I'm only a few stages in on that, so I don't have too much to say about it. But it's awesome. It's Fire Emblem. I'm not playing on the Phoenix mode, so there's an extra level of difficulty, easier than the normal difficulty, where players who get killed get resurrected on the very next turn. Now, I'm not playing on that one. I'm just playing on casual.
That's a little much even for me.
That's definitely a little much. Although I hear in Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, that is a more difficult game, and it won't let you grind for experience in that one. So that may make it playable for me if I ever do jump to that one. And Nintendo has a thing, if you bought one of the versions, you can buy the other one for a cheaper price.
Yes,
So
yeah, I like that.
$20
It's a nice touch.
instead of the full price. Yeah, I like that a lot too. So playing that, I haven't even gotten to the point where I can open up my castle yet. You can trade friend codes and have people check out your castle, but I'm not to that point yet. So I've really only played the very beginning.
I haven't traded a good friend code in a while. I have to admit.
Yeah. Well, you should. You should get in on it. Well, maybe with a Nintendo account, those days will be gone. We'll see. And since I subscribe to EA Access, now I have access to all this other EA content, including Unravel. There's a trial of Unravel that I downloaded and played. That is a really, really fun game. It's kind of a mix of Limbo and Little Big Planet and Tearaway. Like, so it's
Part
a
of
very
me was really hoping you were going to say Voodoo Vince.
not so far anyway.
Somewhere right now, Dave Halverson just jerked up his head and went, "Hmm? Huh?
I hated Voodoo Vince.
Voodoo Vince?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I did not like that game. I know there are people who did.
It's a bold stance to take, CJ.
Yeah, really, boy. Always courting controversy.
Yeah. I never liked it.
The views of Chris Johnston do not represent those of the Player One podcast. We do not wish to be brought down this hole.
But I'm actually surprised at how charming and endearing the game is. And it's only a $20 game, so I'm not sure how long it is. But I'm enjoying the light puzzle platforming that it has, and the graphics are really, really damn good. There are a lot of points where I've been taking screenshots on the Xbox One and saying record that into my Kinect.
Nice.
And getting the videos. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've been playing. I'm gonna play some more Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 this week though. For sure. So if anybody is playing that on Xbox One, we should totally do some multiplayer. Just saying.
Nobody here.
No. Are you not into the Garden Warfare at your house there, Greg?
No, not really. I mean, we enjoyed the other one a fair amount, but it didn't have legs. Star Wars has lasted longer for us than Garden Warfare did. So
this Garden Warfare 2 does have a single player mode.
Yeah.
In it now.
I really enjoyed it. Garden Warfare was a good game. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not really my game.
Not your cup of tea?
No.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I've been playing. So let's move right on to tweets.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with this one from Hacker Alias Do6 Machina. It says, what are your guys' thoughts on the passing...
Wait, what?
Say that again.
Deus Machina.
There you go.
I can never do that right. I always mess that up.
Machina.
I always mess that up, even if I know it's coming. It's like Phil with the voicemails thing. Usually screws it up.
Whenever I see Machina trending, it always gets me excited because I think it's a new Pokemon.
That's right.
Like Scalia. Like Scalia.
You and your liberal viewpoints. All right.
We don't explain that. We got an email.
We got an email.
I was making fun of Scalia last week for having a name that sounds like a Pokemon if you mispronounce it.
Yeah.
And we got an email from some dude.
Yeah, who said...
It's because you're a left-wing nut job.
If a leftist... He said, if a leftist Supreme Court justice died, would you make jokes? I doubt it.
You know what? If his last name was Gyarados, yes, I would.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yes, I most assuredly would.
It does not matter. The joke was about the Pokemon sounding name, not the politics whatsoever. It really does not matter.
I'm Canadian. I have nothing to do with any of this.
Supreme Court Justice Geodude passed away. This liberal.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. What's Machina got to say?
Deus Machina. There you go. I did it right.
Yeah.
Says, what are your guys' thoughts on the passing of Sega's 3D Classics programmer Akira Saito?
That was pretty sad.
Man. Saito. Sounds like a Pokemon.
No. It's not funny now.
Oh.
No, but apparently this guy was instrumental in the whole Sega Classic series happening.
Yeah. Well, the M2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, which is easily the best re-release series out there.
Thank God he was 43.
Jeez,
That's
Yeah.
awful.
that sucks.
But yeah, like Naoki Hori, who's the president of M2, in
Hmm
an interview in 2015, he stated that Saito was like the main player behind the scenes for the 3D remaster project.
Wow,
So like apparently he was a key member. So
really? And those are all
That's sad to hear.
amazing. Those are all
yeah,
amazing.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's one of the few places doing that sort of thing right.
Yeah,
So,
True.
yeah.
but
So
yeah,
it's-
43, man. That's messed up.
It sucks.
Very sad. Cancer, of
everybody-
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Everybody should go out and buy those 3D classics because they're so
The set
good.
comes out soon, right? In
Yeah,
April?
Sega of America is putting out a set of them in April, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, the retail one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely worth the purchase.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sega
All right.
3D Classics Collection with cover art by Ken Sugimori.
Oh, all right.
That's the fellow's name, right? The Pokemon artist. Is that right?
I believe
Oh,
you're
right, I think I
you're
did hear
correct. Yeah,
Am I correct with that?
I think so.
Ken Sugimori, yeah.
Yeah.
Got Ultra Beast, Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, Power Drift, Greg,
Can't wait. A lot of
Uh,
stuff there that they haven't released yet here.
Fantasy
Yeah.
Zone 2, Thunderblade, and Galaxy Force 2. Actually, I think the only ones that have not been released that are on this collection is Puyo Puyo 2 and Power Drift.
No, there are a couple of SG-1000 games on there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just reading off what they show on the cover. So.
No, there's
Oh,
there's
okay. Oh well, maybe I will.
No, I need to go find it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Time to pre-purchase this.
Yes,
Hang on.
indeed.
We're gonna figure this out right here, right now.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
We are getting.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wait, this
Hello.
Amazon ad doesn't tell me anything. God damn it.
Of course not.
So yeah, you're getting Power Drift, Puyo Puyo 2, the ones you said, Fantasy Zone 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, Thunderblade, Galaxy Force 2, and Ultra Beast.
Yeah, that's what I
Which
just
is
said.
Ultra Beast, the arcade version.
Yes.
And you also get Fantasy Zone 2 and Maze Walker.
Okay. Okay.
And I think when you pre-order, you get like a bunch of those themes, those Sega console specific themes.
Did you speaking of
Oh,
which,
okay.
the Dreamcast one came out in the US this past week.
See, I don't need another one because I've got the Sega CD one and I'm happy. Every time I put I press the home button after I finish playing Mario and Luigi, I hear the Sega CD version 2 music, which isn't as good as version 1, but it's still pretty awesome.
Nice.
All
Very
right, then.
nice.
Hacker alias Mumbo Jumbo Aw says, as a fellow primary/elementary teacher, I would love to know what gaming influences Phil brings to the classroom.
I do not, because I find that it disrupts class, makes the kids too happy.
We can't have
I
that.
don't like that. No,
No, I just
learning cannot be fun.
You know what? I do throw out the whole, used to write about video games whenever we are doing any sort of writing in class, just as a way of showing that if you do pay attention and learn how to write well, you can end up with a cool job that lets you sit around and play video games all
Doing
day.
a cover story on
won't pay the
Independence
bills.
Day.
Yeah. What was Greg's little snotty comment?
And won't pay the bills.
Well, obviously there's that. You guys,
That's second semester. That's what you learned in second semester.
if you guys love paycheck to paycheck living, let me give
What
you
young person doesn't?
solid
I mean,
advice.
What
Yeah.
young person doesn't?
Yeah. And I'll say this when, anytime I can work a reference to Minecraft into one of my lessons, they really get a kick out of it. 'Cause the
No,
kids
really?
I'm sure.
love Minecraft. Yes, indeed.
Well, what's an example then of bringing gaming? Give us something that maybe Mumbo Jumbo could use.
What do you want me to? What?
Teach us, Phil. Teach
Send
us.
it. You want me to send him a lesson plan or something like that?
That's right.
You know what? This past
You just
week.
bring up Minecraft in. You're like, hey kids, Minecraft. All right, now page 6. Read.
That's pretty much it.
Actually, you know what? We recently we were studying Native Americans,
Mm-hmm.
and we were
Did you bring them right into the classroom, or?
yeah.
What was that Square game that wasn't there like a Wampum?
Wampum. Yeah, I was just about to say I busted out my
Oh my
NES copy
God.
of Wampum. So this is what life was like back then for these proud and noble people. No, but we were talking about the bartering system that they used back then, and to help the kids sort of get the grasp of the kind of the main concept of bartering, I you know what I did? I tied it right into Minecraft. Because in Minecraft you will occasionally find villages populated by random NPCs, and you can go up to those people and actually do some trading. Yeah, you can trade precious gems that you find for other items with the people. And when I explained it in those terms, suddenly, like 3/4 of the class was just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you just trade your stuff." Exactly, just like Minecraft. It's just like, because life is just like Minecraft.
Isn't it though?
Yep. And then I released a sheep into the room, and we all took turns punching it until it died. And we ripped off its wool and used it to make a bed. So,
you can't learn everything from Minecraft.
it's exactly like Minecraft.
Some things.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there you go.
Hacker
There you go.
alias 5 pence says.
Every now and again in the middle of a math lesson, I'll just yell, "PewDiePie!" And the kids start cheering, and I can go on with talking about fractions. Go on.
Five Nights at Freddy's, y'all.
So wrong.
There's not a lot of talk about Five Nights at Freddy's at my particular school, anyway.
No? Oh,
No,
okay.
Minecraft really big.
Mhm.
Actually, it's huge. Is Pokemon cards.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
they've been banned at my kid's school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, they're still legal at my school, but yeah, the kids love them. So,
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if they actually play the game, but they love collecting the.
My son and his friends do not play the game,
Yeah.
but they love collecting and trading the cards, and they do care about the attack power.
That's what I was just going to ask you, because like I said, I've never seen them play the game. I don't think they do, but yeah, they are always like, this one has 80 attack power.
They're treated like cash, and the value is the attack power. Seriously, like that's really the way it's treated.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. That's funny, because we are on about as far away from each other as you can get in North America, and it's exactly the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a universal truth.
Yeah.
There you go. Hacker alias 5 pence says, will virtual reality...
5 pence?
5 pence.
That sounds warm.
Pence, as in
comfortable.
Ah.
shekels.
Five
Five
pence
shekels.
none the richer.
That's right.
Love that band.
Yeah, with that one song. You know the one.
They had two songs. One was a cover. Anyway.
One was in a Freddie Prinze Jr. movie, but let's not split hairs.
That's two songs.
All right. Will virtual reality have a single headset future?
I would imagine it would have to. I mean,
you can't wear multiple headsets at once.
It's very hard to wear 2 of those.
No, multiple headsets. And, yeah.
Oh, man.
But I think there'll be a standard.
headsets.
But there'll be
multiple. I see. I see.
Will there be a standard?
I think so.
Yeah?
Interesting. The Daytona 500, the first NASCAR race of the season, was today, and it was broadcast in virtual reality.
Oh.
You could watch it in a VR helmet.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I so desperately wish I had access to something like that today, because I think I really think that, seriously, like outside of gaming, I think professional sports is the next
I
area
agree.
where VR could take off, because it's been
Yeah.
talked about a long time.
Really,
Like,
you think those are the first two? Video games and sports?
I don't know if they'll be the first two, but I'm saying that they'll be too important.
'Cause I can think,
Right now,
I can
video
think, I
gaming,
can think of
yeah,
a more
okay.
important one.
mainstream.
one.
Let's stay mainstream.
Oh, okay.
So
I agree
No,
with you.
seriously,
Sports
because-
and events like music or other things, like totally.
Yeah, like any.
I mean, because you always hear about, right, people saying like there's nothing like being there for
Mhm.
sporting events. So like imagine for the Super Bowl, you could actually, if you wanted to, sit in the crowd,
Right.
Yeah.
and watch it
With
that way.
good seats. With good seats,
with good
probably.
seats. Plus, still have all of the the chyron and everything, so you get all the stats you need in real time. Still, because you're still watching a broadcast.
Right.
Right.
Apparently, that's what this Daytona 500 broadcast was like today, and I desperately
that's-
wanted to try it.
Do they have a replay
so
of that?
cool.
Because
I don't know.
interesting.
If
That
they-
is pretty cool, actually.
I want to get my hands on it and try it out.
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
know what'd be
sure
even cooler?
they had multiple camera angles. I think you could sit in the car too, or you could.
Oh,
you probably-
wow.
Yeah, like it would be amazing.
Or like
I want
grabbing
that.
onto to the roof of the car. Just,
I am not. I will tell you something. I am not interested in NASCAR whatsoever. But
But you would
Yep.
try that.
I'd probably
totally
watch that.
try it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so would I.
Absolutely. Me too.
Definitely.
Do they have a mode that you could turn on to give all the cars like the Tron light cycle beams coming out of the back?
I'd be in for that
Get
too.
a glimpse into the Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It'd be like the beginning of IMAX when like you went to a Six Flags theme park and you'd go
Yeah.
the little thing that basically was just like a ride through nature or
Like you're hang gliding over the Grand Canyon.
There's so
that
many
sort of
other
thing.
documentaries with IMAX. Remember
Yeah.
then they released the IMAX collection on DVD, and
Oh, right.
it's just all this like, well, these aren't nearly as impressive when they're on DVD.
yeah. But if they were in VR,
Yeah. There you go.
down with that. Well, they just announced the price for the HTC Vive. I don't know if you saw that.
Saw that.
$799.
Ooh. That is.
Now, the Vive is a little different though than the Oculus because it's got room setup as well. Like it has cameras you have to set up in a room.
Oh, wow.
You pretty much have to dedicate a room for it. So,
How is that ever anything but a boutique item?
well, I think we're going to find out.
Yeah.
It ships in April apparently. That's the rumor that came out this past weekend. So ships with a couple games. Yeah, this whole thing will be really interesting to watch how it shakes
It
out.
is. Yeah, you're right. Because
And-
it's got so many things working against it.
It really does. First
But
of all,
I hope
price
it takes
tag.
off. Yeah, that's just the thing, right? I mean, we talked about this before. It's like it already had so many things working against it, like the isolation of it, the sort of the physicality of it, the fact that you're blind when you're wearing it. But then on top of that, you're having to pay, I think, a higher premium than a lot of people expected to even get into it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. It'll be especially interesting once Sony's PlayStation VR stuff launches.
yes,
That'll be
be the interesting one.
Yeah. All right. Hacker alias Sin Memory Maw says, "Do you guys ever read old publications of EGM and think, 'Oh God, why did I write this?'"
Yeah, that's why I stopped reading old EGMs.
Yeah, fixes the problem right up.
You don't even have to worry about
And I
it.
stopped doing that. I'm as good as I remember being.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Same
definitely
here.
have. I've
I
done
think
that.
everybody does that with everything that they've written.
I think
Mhm.
honestly, yeah. If you go back and read a bunch of stuff that you wrote 10 or 15 years ago and you think it's all amazing, then your ego's out of control
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because you should have changed by now. Like you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. Hacker alias Body Bag says,
Potty bag?
Body Bag.
Okay.
Although if there's no hacker alias Potty Bag, I'm sure somebody is registering that right now.
'Cause, you know, get a catheter in there and you're, yeah.
Seems like a personal problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some
If
say it's a
Game-
problem, but
I say it's personal.
solution. Yeah.
Now it's personal. Jaws 4. All right.
Nice to see you.
Hmm.
Hacker alias Body Bag says, if
Yeah.
gaming was not your hobby, what would be?
Legos,
Masturbation. I mean Lego.
which is already kind of my other hobby, so
Lego.
and maybe buying a bunch of Transformers,
Probably board games.
which I guess.
Are we allowed to say that? I mean, it's still gaming technically.
Board
Yeah,
games,
that's a different thing. You're allowed to say that.
Okay.
What about technology? Can we just say technology?
Yeah. you could say that.
Technology.
That's kind of your hobby too, though, right?
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hacker alias
Hacker alias A.
A
says.
Hacker alias A Dumikin 83? A Dumikin 83? Dumikin? A
what?
Dumikin? I don't know. Twitter names bad. Anyway,
Vex you.
they vex me. Indeed. Machina, etc. Anyway. He says, I've had Codename Steam on my wish list for a while, and it's currently on Amazon for £8 or $11. Do I / don't I?
There's no way that box weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah,
I was referring to the
I got it.
currency
I got it.
in Great Britain.
Ah, I've heard it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really played it.
I liked
sounds
it.
like that's not a whole lot of money to spend on taking a chance on something.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I think it's worth it. Buy
Is
it.
it worth £8?
Yeah, sure.
4 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the order 1886 has been like $10 on a lot of different places too. Amazon just recently last week had it for $10.
Yeah.
That is definitely like if you see that for $10, definitely buy it. But yeah, Codename Steam. I say yes. It's a Nintendo curiosity, and it's
Right.
one of their few failures, I would say. Retail failures.
And I mean, it's a Nintendo game, so there's a level of quality there you're gonna get.
Oh, absolutely. And
For
they
like
fixed
8 pounds. Yeah.
they fixed some of the things that initial reviewers didn't like,
Oh, yeah.
like the battle speed and the battle speed.
Good call, CJ.
That was the big one, because you had to wait while the enemy took their turn, right? And even if the characters were off screen, you had to wait.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember that. I think we
I don't
talked
remember that at all.
about it on the show, but yeah, they fixed it in an update. So
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
There you
Anyway,
go.
and that's it.
That's it?
That's it for tweets.
That's it? That's where you're...
Unless you want to do another VR one. You want to do another VR tweet?
Actually, hey, here's a tweet. This is hacker alias the real D Vance says, "When are you all going to get back together again? Hashtag best faraway friends."
Well, we can't speak for Mike, obviously, because he's just reading commercials into a microphone somewhere in Utah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
CJ and I will both be traveling to GDC
Yeah.
next month, and Phil just happens to live nearby.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well, no, but Phil, I'll be there this time too.
Oh, so you will.
Yeah, I am
You're-
interested in the three of us getting together.
You'll
Oh,
make
okay.
sure that we call Phil.
I
Yes.
see. I
Yes.
see.
Together.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, if Greg contacts me, then maybe I will.
because you got CJ
Show up.
blocked.
Yeah.
That's right.
So next month?
Yeah, next month during
GDC?
GDC.
Like
we'll
3 or 4 weeks.
probably record something, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can we'll do a
Can
live.
listen to Phil slap CJ for an hour.
Yes.
No, you're going to be there, so we can slap you.
Schlippity
Yes.
slappity.
He has no reason to slap me.
Oh,
That's true.
All right, well,
Yeah. You reap what you sow, Johnston.
I guess so. Oh, real-time follow-up here from Hacker alias Kyle Alvarez, who says Street Fighter V is beginner-friendly. Combos are easy and it doesn't have complex mechanics. The internet hate train is hyperbolic as usual.
Well, that's good to hear.
see. Yeah.
So
Still doesn't mean I'm.
I probably still won't buy it, but
me neither.
but still.
But I guess that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna suck at it if I go try to play it online.
Yeah.
Still gonna get my hinder handed to me. So yeah. There you go.
That's
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you would like to comment on something you heard, or perhaps ask a question for us to read on the air, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information, our blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
I'm into a sports game kick right now.
You are.
Just did a couple of NFL games. I think two of the only 3 NFL games on the system.
Yeah.
And they're all weird.
Oh. And Generation 16 episodes?
Getting closer and closer.
Nice. And there is a message board where we can discuss this game,
Wow.
this episode, and other games, other video games, because we talk about video games. Yeah, with us and our other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99
Cheap.
to pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application. It gives you one-touch communication with us via the emails, the Twitters, the what have yous.
Machina.
Oh, and the voicemails.
Oh, right.
And the voicemails. We also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android, cell phone, telephone users, the Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
Also cheap.
You can find that right over there at the Amazon Android Marketplace. We're also on Stitcher Radio. You can like us on Facebook. You can check out an archive of our episodes at the youtubes.com/P1Podcast. There you can also watch us broadcast our show live most weeks. Just follow our
True.
Twitter account to find out when we will be broadcasting our next live show. And if you like what you've heard and how could you can head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Toss a few shekels our way. Helps keep the lights on and helps to keep CJ funding trips to places where he won't contact his friends. Oh, and of course, multiple colored repaints of amiibos.
Yeah.
He needs all of the amiibos he can get.
Yeah. By the way, I love Canada. Love it. Your country is awesome.
Just because you went to Toronto doesn't mean you've been to.
It doesn't? The
Canada.
stamp in my passport says that I have been to Canada.
Yeesh. Did you bring back any cheap prescription drugs?
Nope.
No?
No.
Did you bring back any of that famed Canadian back bacon?
Nope.
Did you bring back Rick Moranis?
Nope. No one
Call
can.
that
No
What
one
kind of trip is that?
I
If you
don't
have a
know.
couple bucks left over after visiting our Patreon, head on over to generation-16.com and throw a few coins towards Greg Seward's fantastic web series celebrating
Long awaited.
long-awaited. Maybe he'll finish it if he gets enough donations. Episode 17 coming soon?
Perpetually. No, it is. I've got the video editing up and running on the new computer.
Oh, okay.
now,
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Generation 16, getting ever so close.
Getting there.
Maybe it'll be your dollar that pushes it right over the edge.
It could be, right? I mean, that
Well, yeah.
might be it.
Like a Disney documentarian shoving a lemming off a cliff. Maybe yours will be the dollar that gets Generation 16 down the chute.
I don't understand that reference.
I enjoy it.
You should look at.
That was delicious.
Do you know what I'm talking about there, Greg? Do
The
you know?
lemming off the cliff? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Wonderful World of Disney. They showed that footage of that
Yeah.
documentary of how lemmings
Yeah.
would follow each other off a cliff.
Oh, there
And it
you
was
go.
all bullshit.
I got it.
You know that's not a true thing, CJ.
No.
I know.
Lemmings do not commit. The Disney.
Despite what video games would have you believe.
Yeah, Disney was shoving lemmings.
Well, I mean,
Disney was murdering lemmings.
Not Walt Disney himself, but
I'm pretty sure it was Walt
his
Disney.
Is that how Walt Disney?
Toss him over the side.
It'll
be great footage.
He did it in a Mickey Mouse voice.
Okay, everybody, roll over. Everyone's gonna think that they killed themselves. It's gonna be great. Oh boy.
We just got sued.
Well then.
That's right. I'm pretty sure Mickey Mouse is in the public domain nowadays, so it's okay.
I know
Not
that
till
some of his old
2024.
cartoons are. I know some of his old cartoons are.
What's that?
At least they don't. Some of his old cartoons are, or at least they're old enough to the point that Disney won't stop them from being posted on YouTube.
Oh,
Some
interesting.
of the earliest shorts they won't stop.
Oh, crazy.
Hmm.
Well, CJ,
Yeah?
thanks so much.
Well, thank you, Mickey Mouse.
Always a treat. And of course, Greg. When
Thanks,
are you
Mickey.
when are you gonna be talking about World of Illusion on Generation 16?
But 8 months ago,
8 months ago.
the previous episode.
Oh, right.
Son of a.
You'll probably get around to watching some of those
That
sometime.
whole exchange is bad for two reasons.
What's that?
One is that you haven't seen episode 16 yet, and two is that it was 8 months since the last episode came out.
8 months.
There you go.
Okay. Well,
Please
whatever
go
the
to
case is,
Patreon.
Patreon, throw some money.
And we should say
What's that?
special sponsor thanks to
Oh, of
Out of the
course.
Park Developments. Go to ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the pre-order banner and enter player 17 for your discount.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. I guess we'll see everyone next week.
Let's do it.
Next week.
Sounds good.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.